Okay, so Ugreen have sent me a couple of their new MagFlow products, which are wireless chargers that support the new Qi 2 standard, which can go up to 25 watts. Now, I've got an iPhone 15 Pro Max, which is 15 watts maximum wireless charging. Charges around about 27 watts wired. So these can charge the newer version, the 16 Pro Max, nearly as fast as my phone can go maximum wired. So that's really good for wireless charging. Now I'm going to cover this one a bit later, especially to do with how I listen to podcasts at night, because I think it's really handy for that. But first of all, let's have a look at this one. So we've got a USB-C to C cable for charging, and I can see from the box that you can charge this device up from the mains at 30 watts, but also it will charge devices at 30 watts if they support it. So it feels nice and solid. I've got some tips on here. So when the phone is charging via wired connection, wireless charging will be disabled, which means that if you want that faster speed, an extra 5 watts, then you can have it wired. It's got a nice sort of rubberized side on here. So it's like a matte finish. We have a display and a button. So it's charged at 44% at the moment. And I'm not sure, I mean, my phone case was just a cheap phone case from Amazon. Oh yeah, it does work. So it's picked it up straight away and it feels solid. Oh yeah, it feels really solid. So it's not moving around at all. So I was wondering whether I'd have to take my case off, but I definitely don't. And I can see that it is charging because we've got a very small symbol on there. And if we look at the phone, it's 81% at the moment. So cable wise, you can see the input here, and this is the one that does output. So I can pull that apart. And, oh, I see, so the cable is the cord. So what I'm thinking is it's like the retractable range, which is basically where you pull it and it stays where it is. And really nice. But this doubles up as the cord. So the cord feels really solid and really thick. So if I pop that back in, oh yeah. So let's again pop that on and just turn it around. You can see straight away it just picks it up. It's definitely a lot nicer to have a power bank that stays on the phone. So that holds the weight of the phone and holds the weight of the power bank. I mean, I would hold on to it if I was doing anything too strenuous, but you can see that it's definitely holding the weight of the phone, no problem at all. If I shake it, I'm sure I can shake it off. Yeah. But then you don't want it to stick too hard to it anyway. And if I was to plug it in, there you go, do we get a different, yeah, we get a different symbol on here, so we don't get the wireless charging symbol. Yeah, very nice. So my newest Android phone is a Pixel 8, which is a few years old now, but it does support wireless charging, but you'll see what happens. So I can pop it on and it starts to charge, but if I tip it on its side, you can see that it slides off. So the rubber surface of it does a good job of kind of gripping it, but it doesn't actually hold it on. It's not uncomfortable to hold the phone like that, but obviously it was much nicer if it's actually grabbed onto it. So this is from Ugreen's website, world's first power bank with Qi 2 25 watt certification. And if we scroll down, so I've mentioned the faster speed. We also have a stronger magnet array with Qi 2 for more precise magnetic alignment, helping prevent charging drops or overheating, boost charging efficiency while maintaining compatibility with different kinds of magnetic cases. And they're talking about more brands having Qi 2. So charging efficiency is improved because it's lined up better, dynamically adjust the power output instead of static, and so it's backwards compatible with all Qi devices. So it's a big upgrade. And I hadn't realised that Android didn't have an equivalent. I haven't really looked at MagSafe or wireless charging very much in the past. I did have it on an old, I think the LG G3 had it, but it was very slow. But I can see on this Reddit link, this is from a year ago, why is there still no Android phones with built-in MagSafe? And it looks like the Pixel 10 got it. So if we have a look at the Pixel 10, here we go, Qi 2 is mentioned here, charge wirelessly in a snap. So I can go through some of the specs on Amazon. The price may be different to what you see here because there's a promotion from the 5th to I think the 15th, charging an iPhone 16 Pro Max to 50% in just 30 minutes which is a third faster than 15 watts. 17 N52 magnets deliver a massive 9N grip to prevent drops. So the charger can be fully charged in 2 hours if you've got a fast enough USB-C charger. So a 16 Pro Max, it can charge up to 1.8 times. And the 16 Pro Max has got a bigger battery than mine, so I reckon I'll probably get about 2 full charges on my phone. And I've definitely found the benefits of a fast charger. You know, usually I charge my phone overnight, but when I go on weekends away and on holiday, I've been taking those faster power banks than I've ever had before, and it just makes a huge difference. You really just don't have to think about it as much. So there's the magnets and how they're aligned and everything. Withstands 10,000 bends. And you can do 3 devices. So obviously what they've got is a Apple Watch charger here coming out of the USB-C socket. Then they've got a normal USB-C charging some AirPods Pro, it looks like, and then obviously wireless charging the phone. So it's got a metal heatsink inside it to cool it, and it monitors the temperature 200 times a second. So this shows the 13 layers of protection that you just don't get on cheaper power banks. I showed in a shorts video, I had a solar power bank which was expanding, and yeah, it was cheaply made, and I'm not going back to cheap power banks anymore. And we can see from the back of the box that it outputs lots of different voltages, so 10 volt, 5 volt, 9 volt, 12 volt, 15 volt. So it means I can plug in my MacBook. So if you need it for a laptop, plug it in, and you can hear that it started charging. So it's on 35% at the moment. Oh, and it comes up with the rapid charge symbol as well. So this is not what it's meant for, but will it power my Raspberry Pi 5? Okay, so it showed up as powered up. Doesn't come up with the rapid one on there. Yeah, that's working nicely. Just to show you, if I spin it around. So that's my Raspberry Pi 5 and just the power going into it, and this is my controller adapter. And now to the little MagFlow dock that they've sent me. And I didn't actually ask for this one, but they sent it anyway. But I'm really glad they did, because I currently use this, which is micro USB. It's not MagSafe, so if I put the phone on there, it's my iPhone I use to listen to podcasts. Because it slides, sometimes it doesn't charge. So it has to be in the right place for it to charge. There's nothing that kind of holds it in place. It works, but there's definitely better out there. And it looks like this is ideal for me. It's actually bigger than I thought it was going to be for some reason. The picture just makes it look really small. So this is articulated somewhat. Oh yeah, so we can move it up and we can change the angle. Oh yeah, it's quite posable actually. There's quite a few angles you can get on it. And I've just realised that I'm recording with my iPhone and I need my iPhone to stick to it. So let's switch over to the Pixel for recording. So I'll plug it in. So I've got a power supply here and that'll go into the back. And if I get my iPhone, just pop it on. So you can see it's charging straight away. I mean, it's just like the other one. It's nice and solid. It's not going to fall off. And I can change the orientation on it as well. And how high can I get it? Because what I want to do is put a USB-C connection in the bottom of it. And the reason I do that is because I listen to podcasts at night to send me to sleep. So this has got a 3.5mm to USB-C adapter in it. And then I use a 3.5 male to female cable. And the reason I do that is that I then fix this to like a bedside table or the bed, so somewhere that's a fixed place. And then I plug my headphones in, so wired headphones. This has also got a volume control on it. So obviously you've got volume control on the phone, but it's just easier. You don't have to look up if you want to change the volume on it. I've got that analog cable. And then these headphones, now normally what I do is use the headphones for a bit and then one of them stops working because I've pulled it in the night by turning over or sort of catching it on me. And so what I do is I cut the one off that's not working. But these headphones have lasted for ages. I don't know what make they were. They were only a couple of pounds or something, but they just, I've had them for a long, long time and they just don't break. So yeah, basically pop a podcast on. So say it was already started playing because I plugged it in. So that's now playing through here. I put that on my microphone. I wasn't sure if it would pick it up because it would be very quiet. But basically, if I end up pulling the cable by turning over in the night, then this stays where it is and the cable is protected, but it also doesn't pull the phone off the bedside table or whatever. But we don't need that if we're just charging it. And as you can see, we have this lovely posable dock. So I'm definitely switching over to that. That is my dock now. But also on the base, you can charge AirPods. Now, not mine because they're not the rechargeable ones, but you would put it on there and, oh, definitely lights up, but then it goes off. I'm sure these aren't the wireless rechargeable ones, but that's what that bit's for. So all the same magnets as before, but also we have the option of a USB-C output on the side here, which means that you can charge a watch. So 3 devices at the same time. So that's from this connection. So yeah, I shall go and put that up next to my bed now. Okay, so I hope all this helps. Thanks to Ugreen for sending me this to test. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.